Hello and welcome to A Year in the Life of a Video Producer, Webisode 4. Today we're going to be discussing how I edit my videos for YouTube and my corporate clients and much more. So, run the intro.
Well, you know what they say, there are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the low, we are brave, yes, even braver than the bravest. So let's go, start the race. We should be kings and queens every day. You've been trying to find your crown, happy camper through the ups and downs.
Alright, so I put those slow motion shots in there for a reason, because my mate Emma from Student Drinks wanted to know more about slow motion. So, as you notice, Emma, I'll put the clip up now, but if you notice, when I'm scanning, I move very slowly and I move very deliberately to try and keep the subject I'm shooting as still as possible. That's what I'm doing in the slow motion moving shot. Let's go into Final Cut Pro, maybe I'll show you better. You see this shot here? Let's play this shot a minute. You see there how I move just very, very slowly and very deliberately. Obviously I'm filming my GoPro, my helmet cam thing here, and just moving very slowly, very deliberately, trying to keep the camera as steady as possible while I move. And the same for this panning shot here, trying to keep the camera as still as I possibly can while I move my upper body. So I don't even move my legs or my feet, I move my hips and the top of my body, so I swivel. Just going to have to quickly interrupt the tutorial here, because it turns out I'm in a vlog with Emma from Student Drinks, which she uploaded today on her channel, so make sure you go to Student Drinks and check that. But here's me.
Yeah, Yzer's doing some photos, basically. And he's finally on my channel too.
Hello.
This is the guy that filmed my 100 subscriber vlog. And since...
This camera. Yeah.
With a better camera than mine.
Nice camera.
Just to gloat. Or gloat? Is it gloat or bloat?
Gloat or bloat? Gloat.
Gloat, there we go. To gloat. Excuse me.
Canon.
Anyways.
Manual focus. That's the way to work.
Yeah, alright, mate.
She also did a wicked time lapse that I really liked during the summer, so I nicked that as well, Emma. So I'm going to play that for you now quickly as well, and then we'll go back to the slow motion tutorial and carry on where we left off. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit more how to get really good, smooth, slow motion. So this is the clip of my GoPro thing here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the best part of the movement. So I'd say that's probably this bit here. You'll notice I'm moving the cursor as well. I'm moving it along, dragging it along as slow as I can to get the sort of movement I'm going to get. And also I'm going to choose from there. And then you've got to press the command thing and B for blading, get rid of that. And what I'll do now, go over here, press slow motion. I'm going to do 25. 25 is my preferred one. And this is how you get the super smooth, because I'll let this render quickly. No, watch how you just plays back now. Okay, so it's quite skippy, it's like you don't really want that. So what you do is you come over here, you go down to video quality and press optical flow. Now that'll take a while to render as well, but when that's finished, you will get some super smooth glide. Watch. It's beautiful. She's nice and smooth, none of that choppy dit. You got to be careful when you're shooting moving objects like this though, because moving objects coming towards you and stuff, if you haven't got it, if they're not running at the right speed to where you slowed it down, it becomes quite choppy, and then their arm gets left behind or something and it glitches out. It's a bit weird. But yeah, that's basically how you get super smooth slow motion with movement. It's the same kind of thing that I did in the intro where Emma turns around and that sort of thing. It's exactly the same. Alright, let's talk about colour grading, shall we? I mean, I'm not an expert in colour grading, but this is how I've been doing it at the moment. We go over here, go to show colour board. I always like to balance the colour as well, just to make sure it's, you know, spot on. And let it render quickly. What I'm going to do here, we can go over here, you can use the colour, so I like to see what it looks like by moving the thing around with the colour first. I'm a fan of blue and purple. That's sort of the colours I've been playing with recently. I don't know how other filmmakers feel about that, but that's what I'm playing around with at the moment. So put a little bit of purple there. The highlights, let's make it, because it's quite blue out. Just turn the brightness. Hang on, let's just drag this down a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Hang on, let's make this full screen as well. Should probably help. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I'm using Final Cut 10.2.1. It's made my career. This has been a lifesaver. Mid-tones, should we go try and build up the redness a little bit for the bricks there. And the shadows. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe, yeah, make that a little bit green there. And voila! There's a bit of colour grading there for you. Also, when you're doing this Olympus stuff, it's important to choose the right kind of music. You can't have like a really fast I mean, you could, but you'd have to be telling a story with it. This I'd use probably some sort of piano or slow, you know, music thing, or some sort of R&B or something. Just something slow and then smooth, because it fits. But yeah, that's pretty much a slow motion tutorial how I do slow motion. If anyone's got any more tips or anything to make that better, please let me know, because again, I'm still learning. I've only been in the game 2-3 years, so yeah. Forgot to mention before I end this tutorial about you can also go into these centiers, which is your saturation, which means you can take the colour in or out of it a little bit. So I'm going to put a bit more colour into that there. Again, I'm not really an expert with this colour grading stuff. This is stuff that I'm trying to get used to and trying to learn how to use properly. So yeah, if anyone's got any more tips on how to do this properly without looking like an amateur, please give me a shout, because I'll happily pay attention. You can also play with exposure, which I've been doing as well. I sometimes like to make things darker, but it was a nice day out, so brighten things up a little bit. I think you can save that as a picture as well if you want to, because that's quite a nice little picture there. You could probably put on your profile somewhere, on your Instagram or something. So we go over here and just save the current frame. And then you just give it a name, and you post it as a JPEG image and send it off. I put it in my hard drive because there's loads of untitled stuff in there, and then I upload it to like Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. Okay, we're going to have to do this in stages, because I edit it in different ways for different things and different situations. So let's have a little montage of boxing, and then I'll go through what I did.
Genuinely sore. Couldn't put my coat on the other day, but feeling like I have a bit more energy. So looking forward to the week to come.
Mate, it's been brilliant.
It's nice to be back in the environment. These guys all seem well up for it as well. So that's
Everybody's
nice.
techniques have come absolutely amazing, mate.
Knackered, ready to go. Loving it, loving every minute of it.
I feel very well, mate. Just keep going.
It was very tough, but brilliant.
It's long, it's annoying, it's a massive pain, but you've got to get it done. Sit down and watch every bit of footage that you can. My tip is, if you're travelling back in the car or in the train on your way home, review your footage then. Sit and watch it all back, so by the time you get home it's already stored in your mind. And if you're going on the train, take your laptop with you and do a bit of editing on the way home, so by the time you get home you've already got something started, or you've got a general idea where you want to go. But footage review to me is the most important thing when it comes to editing, because you remember where clips are when you're halfway through an edit. Oh yeah, I could use that clip for this, and that's what makes gold. So yeah, footage review is step one. Always get your footage review done first. Okay, so one of the main parts of my job at GTTR is to capture the experiences and the journey of the candidates. So this season I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing a documentary, but I'm going to be doing little snippets of the journey as promo videos as well. So there's going to be a lot of different media this year. My boss wants it done a certain way too. He wants it to be like a passion project. He wants it to show the passion, the drive, and how much it takes to actually be into the boxing world. Because obviously he's experienced himself, and the pro boxers that train and everything, and the fitness people that are involved with us also used to box and fight. Yeah, trust me, the people we're messing around with are not idiots. You know, we got some brilliant people on the team. We probably have the best boxing staff in the UK. I'm not even gonna lie. We probably have the best boxing program in the UK, and I know nothing about boxing, but I will happily say that as well. Editing the concept. Basically, this week it was the end of this video that I just showed you was the end of the first week. So, what better way to round up the first week by ask 3 or 4 candidates what they thought, and 2 assistant coaches what they thought of the first week, and then maybe 2 or 3 weeks down the line I'll ask again, and then different candidates, maybe a couple of the same ones, and we'll do that throughout the documentary, and we'll do that throughout the promo videos. I just think it was good to more interaction with the music, not just music, but more interaction with the candidates, more talking, and yeah, I reckon. I'd rather catch them after a training session when they're knackered and just tell how they're actually feeling because of it, you know. If you can make sense of this stuff, it's better. I find it hard to explain this editing stuff and this filming stuff. It's all in my head. It's all there rather than like being able to explain to you. I'm not a very good teacher. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's noticed during my boxing footage editing that a lot of my clips seem to start like they're halfway through a workout, which is completely true. I tend to sit to the side and wait about 30 to 40 seconds. I might even wind up a candidate and sit and poke them and try and get them to laugh and stuff, and suddenly I'll switch on the camera and start recording. That's the best way to catch natural action, is just get them going when they're not thinking it's going to happen, and just suddenly pull out the camera. Personally, I use epidemicsound.com, but there's also a bunch of guys on YouTube, especially a guy called DJ Quads that I really enjoy. As long as you look for the right music and fit the right atmosphere, you'll be fine. I mean, I like to use a bit of upbeat rock music at the moment, a little bit hip hop here and there, maybe a little bit drum and bass. I used a bit of club music recently, but it just depends on what you're trying to get across and what the message is of each video. But seriously, spend a lot of time looking up for music, because there's enough filmmakers who just put any old music thinking it's great, and it's half the reason it doesn't come across. Really look into your music. Epidemicsound.com is someone, I'm not sponsored by them, but definitely check out epidemicsound.com. And that's all for this week, because unfortunately, as life is, you've got to move on and get on with some things. If you want any more tips on the boxing stuff, let me know and I will give you some more tips. But for now, this is the end of Webisode 4. I shall catch you Webisode 5, which will be more concentrating on around GTTR and the boxing, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time there, so I think that deserves its own webisode. So I shall catch you this time, probably Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to say Sunday to be on the safe side. Bye.